Hey girlfriends, it's Mickey B. It's been a long time since I played in my hair. I figured today would be a good day to start planning, well, to do something. I have no idea where this journey is going to lead me right now today, but I figured I'd just pull out the camera in case it leads me to something interesting. I do need to moisturize. I don't know if I want to put in some twists or some kind of protective style. I don't know. It's a mystery right now. But one of the things I definitely need to do, and that is trim off some dead ends. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to film snippets of where my journey is leading me, because I can't even sit here and say to you how this is going to end up or what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I will trim off some of these much needed dead ends that I have hanging around. Unravel gently. I don't tangle, cause more problems. And I'm just gonna do a twist at a time. I'm just gonna show you this first one. The reason I feel this is definitely necessary is because you see how it just keeps tangling up at the ends when I take it apart. So that's just letting me know that it's time. So I'm going to give it a good wet on my spritz and rub that wetness in there. I guess just like I'm moisturizing. I'm going to do that. Give it a good dampening and pull out all these shed hairs that are in there. And then I'm going to, well, you know, I'm going to use some of this Giovanni Smooth as Silk conditioner to put on it as well. Smooth some, ooh, almost popped over the foot. I'm going to smooth some of this in here just to make it a little detangled, or easier to detangle. Okay, now it's a little bit more pliable. See if I can comb through a little better here. Okay, so now I'm getting the comb through here pretty good, so I'm going to take my scissors and trim the end of this. But I want to do it while it's in the twist. That'll help me kind of control how much I'm trimming off of here, and to hopefully help ensure that I'm only trimming the part that needs to be trimmed, and that's these scraggly ends that haven't been addressed in a very long time. I think they're worse in the front of my hair. You see, just like probably about that much would be good to come off. I'm just going to take the scissor okay, so just about that much, not a whole lot. It's about 1.5 inches, so feels better already. And this one you see was a little longer, but look at how thin it is. It's like nothing there. It's just a waste. Can you guys see the difference right now? You see these three I've cut, and look how the ends of them look. And then look at this one. You can just see it just looks totally different. They just look happier. The reason that I'm doing this, outside of the fact that it's good to do, or you know, every so often, but I haven't done this in probably a good 2 years or so, maybe even over 2 years. And when I go to take out my twist, they always get knotted up at the end, so that's just letting me know it's time for them to go. Now here, if you notice, I'm not measuring, I'm just looking at the thinnest part and where I think it needs to be cut to where it's just starting to get thin with there's just a little thickness left. So that's good right here. Okay, here's a half and half side by side comparison. These I still have to do. Look at those ends. And these I've done. And look at the difference. It just is so instant, the difference you see when you do this, and just how it just like flies out of my hand all evenly. It just feels good versus this one I can pull. And you see how these little pieces of hair stay at the end? Like little scraggler pieces that it just doesn't pop out like, look at that. Versus, there's always a little piece or something that's hanging on like that crap. Okay, moving on, moving on. And that's all I have in my hand. So that just shows you that it was definitely time, because these ends were just, you know, they were not doing me any good at all. And look at the difference in my hair now. I think my twists look a little thicker. But let me just pull some of these out and just address this right now. Okay, because that's the whole reason I cut them, is so those little scraggly things wouldn't keep happening when I slide my hand down my hair. I don't want to get all these loose strands coming out like that get like tangled up. So like this one. Because that's what was annoying me and driving me crazy, was feeling of that. I just want to slide it down and we're good. Okay, so that's the first part of the journey. In conclusion to this little trim that I just did, all I can tell you is there's always been somewhat of a back and forth as to whether or not you should cut your hair on a regular basis, and all I can tell you is regular or not, however you know, whatever time frame you determine to cut your hair, cutting your hair is a good thing, especially when it's much needed like this, because my hair it just extended its hand out for me to shake it. That's how much it likes it right now. And I haven't done this in such a long time. Even though it's not thicker, it looks so much thicker. It's always been pretty healthy, but these ends were just ridiculous. And just look at how they look nice and even. The twisted ends even look bigger than before. Before they were skinnier and narrow, and they just kept tangling up on each other. So trimming your hair is definitely necessary in this process, especially when you're natural, because of how your hair curls on itself, and it's just more tangles and what are those single strand knot things waiting to happen. So I highly recommend it. Again, it's been about 2 years for me. 2 years is a long time to go. I wouldn't suggest waiting that long, but I definitely would suggest if you're untwisting your hair, unbraiding it, and the ends are difficult to untwist and they're getting all knotted up and everything, that's probably a big indicator that you need to give yourself a trim, or let someone trim it for you. And as you can see, I didn't sweat about trying to make it too even. I'm sure my hair is not even because I was just winging it, but because I don't straighten it anymore or blow dry it or wear it straight, it doesn't really matter as far as I'm concerned how even everything is, because you can't even tell once it curls up on itself. It's a wrap. So I just wanted to add my 2 cents in. It definitely is a good thing to trim your hair from time to time, and you do it when you're comfortable with it, but you should definitely be doing it. That's what I think, and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. See you in the next video, or on step 2, whichever comes first. I just came back to show you the end result and put in 2 strand twists. So this is what I ended up with, kind of like a two strand twist little bob. I haven't had these in a very long time, and they look very healthy, and they're bouncy and springy the way they're supposed to be, and the ends are all nice and trimmed up, so I'm happy with them. But anyway, I just wanted to come and show you how I ended up styling my hair, what the end result was. I don't really call this a style, but that's what this is what it is. So whether you want to call it a style, protective style, or just the end result, here it is. Just the old school 2 strand twist. So you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.